Hello everyone, this is Dax from the Stride Within. Just wanted to do a bit of a follow-up to my other videos about the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 4. As I was saying, I was intending to go for a 15k run. 5 of that was steady, the rest of the 10k was at an easy pace. So today was raining a bit, quite cold, but the conditions weren't as bad as when I did the 25k run. And what are my thoughts about the shoe? I'd say not much has changed if I'm being totally honest. Still not the most responsive ride, a bit firm I would say. And again, I didn't get that super shoe excited feeling after the run, which was a bit disappointing for me. I'm a midfoot to forefoot runner, I would say. I tend to kind of land around this area. I'm not a heel to toe type of runner. As I said, mid to forefoot. That's where I tend to land, and I just don't get much response back from the plate. I don't think the rocker is as aggressive as some others, like the Adidas Adios Pro 4. Even the Puma Farstar 3, it's a lot more aggressive. So this is, I would say, a lot more tame. And as a result of that, I'm actually gonna make the decision to put the shoe on Vinted and just sell it on. I've done, as I said, 40 kilometers in it, 2 runs, and I've had enough running shoes to know that this isn't my type of shoe. I did say that it could be a training shoe, but even that, if I'm considering it as purely a training shoe, there's other shoes that I would actually prefer to run in. For example, the A6 Mega Blast. This is one of 3 pairs that I own. The first pair I went to around 550 kilometers. It still could have gone on for another 300 kilometers, I'd say, but I sold that pair on Vinted just for about £70 and used the money to buy a new pair. And I've got another pair as well when this one dies out. I've only started using this one. I've got 60 kilometers, and this is just a beautiful shoe in my opinion. The perfect shoe for me personally. Very bouncy, very protective, a very enjoyable ride. The lockdown is very good. The grip is very good. I mean, we know that everybody raves about this shoe, and I think the hype is definitely real for this shoe. I do think, as I said, sorry, but this shoe is a bit overhyped in my opinion, or it just doesn't suit my style of running. And I even have a pair of the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4s. I actually got these from Vinted for 20 quid, literally 20 quid. They didn't have an insole though, so I had to put a different insole in, but that's absolutely fine. And I really enjoyed this shoe. I had it 2 years ago. I got about 400 kilometers in them, and I just moved them on because I wanted to try a different pair of shoes. So I just saw the opportunity to buy these again on Vinted, and as I said, I got them for 20 quid. And it's a really enjoyable shoe, quite bouncy, responsive, protective. I think the foam is different to the Puma. I think this has got ATPU type of foam. This is a Puma foam. Maybe I suit the Puma style foams a bit more. It's a bit more, it's not as firm. So as I said, I'm selling this on. I'm gonna post it on Vinted today. It's a UK 10.5. If anybody wants to buy it, hit me up. Try and maybe sell it for a good price. I spent about £200 on it. I can afford to lose maybe £40. I'll sell it for 160. I'll be happy with that. And maybe I'll wait for other shoes that I'm a bit more interested in. There's the Saucony Endorphin Elite. I think it's the number 4, or it might be the 3. That's coming out at some point, I think in June. I'm very much looking forward to that shoe. Um, Looks exciting. I didn't try the 2 because I heard it's quite unstable, but the number 3 apparently is going to be a bit more stable. They've got the new Adidas Adios Pro 5 coming out at some point. But there's other legacy shoes that I might even go back to, because there has been conversation as to whether super shoes have peaked now, and maybe there's not much improvement to be made. Maybe it's just diminishing returns now, because there was an amazing shoe, the Endorphin Pro 3, fantastic shoe. I had that, and I might buy it again because I had such a good time in that, and I think that ticked a lot of boxes for me. It was bouncy, fun to run in, fast, um, good level from medium firmness to soft, right, in the right position, in my opinion, for me. So yeah, just to kind of let some people know who may be undecided about this shoe, want a bit of a different perspective. Yeah, that's my point of view. If you have any questions, just post them and I'll try my best to respond. But as I said, I've been around the block enough to know that unfortunately this shoe is not for me. A bit disappointed, as I was very excited about this one. I was getting a bit of sleepless nights. I got this on the limited release. So I was really excited, and I think maybe Puma has done a great job to really kind of build up a lot of hype around the shoe. And some people may like it. It may suit some people, but as I said, for me, it's a no. Thank you very much. Appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe if you wish. Thank you. Bye.